So we got to feed our spirit. We got to feed our spirit and keep continuing to build up one another. That's what's so good to see this brother show up. Because we don't always get this kind of support. We out here, we get a bunch of pushback.
Somebody gotta receive something. You gotta get somebody. Somebody gotta come and receive something and learn that.
Everybody's listening.
But people are just walking by, just ignoring, doing their own thing.
Everybody
That's
here,
the
they hear it. They hear it, but they're gonna be judged for what they do.
Yeah.
You're gonna be judged for walking by here and not stopping and learning who you are. Learning that you're the greatest people on the planet. You're gonna be judged for that.
Do y'all be out here like every Saturday?
Not every Saturday, because we got a couple of other camps that we go to.
Do y'all be like in Chinatown sometimes? Y'all be in Chinatown?
No, those are our brothers, but that's not us. Yeah, that's another camp. That's another camp. But listen to them brothers too, man. They got truth too. Yeah, listen to them brothers. They ain't teaching nothing really different than what we teach out here. That we the greatest people on the planet. That's right. Yeah, no, bring it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Come on, bro.
The ox knoweth his owner,
The ox know of his owner, right?
and the ass his master's crib.
Ass his master's crib, right? But what?
But Israel doth not know.
I have no idea, right? We
My people doth not consider.
don't even consider who we are. Greatest people on the planet. It's like we love being on the mountain. We're the only people in the world that can make meals out of crumbs. While everybody else got gardens and eating good, other nations are eating good and throwing us the crumbs, we can make the meals out of the crumbs. You mentioned something earlier about the wisdom. Right. Let's see who get the wisdom. Let's see who's got the wisdom, true wisdom. Because a lot of people tell you gotta go to college and you gotta go to these schools of higher learning to get the wisdom. But at the end of the day, what's that profit? When this world is destroyed,
Lack of knowledge, it will fade away, like the Bible says, fade away.
if this world is coming to an end, what good does it do you to know that the pi equals MC squared? How's that gonna help you in there?
Not gonna help.
Knowledge will help you when that big black nigga with the curly hair, with the nappy head come down here and judge this place. I mean, that ain't gonna help you. No. This is the school of higher learning. Understanding people. Knowing who you are. That's higher learning. You elevate above everybody else once you learn who you are. We read Deuteronomy 7:6. You're above all people on the face of the earth. Right? Yeah, the Bible said that. He ain't saying it. He's bringing it out in the Bible. Read that one again. 35.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 35. This is our God, and there shall none other be accounted.
Start at 31.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 31. No man knoweth her way, nor thinketh of her path. But he that knoweth all things knoweth her, and hath found her out with his understanding. He that prepared the earth for evermore hath filled it with four-footed beasts. He that sendeth forth light, and it goeth, calleth it again, and it obeyeth him with fear. The stars shine in their watches.
Stars shine in their watches, right, read?
And rejoice. When he calleth them, they say, Here we be. And so with cheerfulness, they show light unto him that made them.
Read now, chapter 35. Come.
This is our God.
This is our God, right? Read.
And there shall none other be accounted
Read.
of in comparison of him.
Read.
He hath found out all the way of knowledge,
Right.
and have given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved.
Who we give it to?
And have given it unto Jacob his servant, and unto Israel his beloved.
We have the knowledge. See, in the last days, they're going to have to come to us and deal with how we deal with things. Revelation 2:26. They're going to have to deal with how we do things. these other nations of people, they're going to have to come to us and understand what real and true knowledge is. See this other knowledge that they have out here, and all this foolishness, this bunch of foolishness. It ain't going to help you when we start ruling. When we start putting this rod of iron to people's back, which is that MC squared, E equals MC squared, that ain't going to help you. There's going to be laws, statutes, and commandments you're going to have to deal with.
That's right.
Read that, King.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end,
Read.
to him will I give power over the nations,
Right, read.
and he shall rule them with a rod of iron,
That's right.
and the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
That's how we gonna do it. Right? Your Mensa score, that ain't gonna help you in that day. You can be Einstein or whoever you wanna be. It ain't gonna help you. Because you gonna do what the hell we tell you to do, or we gonna put that rod on your back. You're gonna do that anyway, really. So if you're living around me, you don't have a rod on your back anyway. Because all the nations did, Jeremiah 50 and 6. Yes, not a 7. Because all the nations, they doing it to us. And they don't really give a damn. They don't really give a damn.
Impressed. I found that really impressive.
Right? So, we got to do it to them. It's called getting that lick back. We read the transatlantic slave trade. We read the sub-Saharan slave trade, what they did, sold our boys for a harlot and our girls for wine. We got to get that back. The Most High just going to stop and not pay these people back for what they did?
Right.
I don't serve that God. And he ain't in that life.
That's right.
So what the nations do, right? Read.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 7.
Right.
All that found them have devoured them.
All the nations that found us have devoured us. Right? Read.
And their adversaries said, we offend not,
They said we ain't doing nothing wrong. Why?
because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice,
Read.
even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
So the nations saying we ain't doing nothing wrong by treating these people the way they are. Judah 5. It's gonna bring out these classic precepts. The nations are saying we ain't doing nothing to these people. We good. Right? Because they sinning against their laws. They're not coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. They don't even stand and listen. As soon as the sister hears something, she'll be like, don't even ask, don't even stop and say, well, what does that mean? I got a question, brother. Can you explain that to me? You know, that hit my spirit wrong. Can you explain it to me? None of that. I don't like that. You ain't gonna be able to run from that big black nigga coming to judge this place. You ain't gonna be able to run from him. Read that from the king.
This is the book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 17.
God.
And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hateth iniquity was with them.
Right. The God that hated iniquity was with us. Right? Keep your finger right there. We're going to come back. Go to Psalm 5 and 4. Let's start at verse 4 and 5. The God that hateth iniquity, because Christians will tell you, when God loves everybody, he hates sin, but he don't hate the person. He hates the sin. Let's see if that's true. Let's see if the Bible agrees with the pastor on that one right there. Start at verse 4 through 5. No.
God, this is the book of Psalm, chapter 5 and verse 4. For thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness,
Right, right.
neither shall evil dwell with thee. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight.
Not standing outside.
Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
Wait a minute now. God, what they tell you? Well, God hates sin, brother.
Right.
He don't hate the person. Well, let's see what the Bible says. Verse 5 again.
The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all
Stop right
workers
there. That's a person, place, or thing. If you are a worker of iniquity, then you're either a person, place, or thing. Right?
All workers of iniquity.
So if you're a sinner, an unrepentant sinner, God hates you. The Bible says, we ain't saying it. So let's go back to Jude. All that stuff they doing out there, that don't help nobody. They ain't teaching nothing. That's all emotionalism, and it don't teach you nothing at the end of the day. Most I can crack the sky right now, and a lot of people standing around with their hands in the air. If that's what's happening down there, you're gonna miss it. Read, Ken.
This is the book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them,
Right.
they were destroyed in many battles during sword,
Read, Ken.
and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
By who?
By the enemies.
Read.
But now are they returned to their God, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country,
Oh, praises.
for it was desolate.
Read.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
Right.
and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin,
Read.
and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
If there be no iniquity, now, key word there, nation, not just a couple of brothers, right? But if there be no enmity, read that part again.
but if there be no iniquity
No iniquity, come.
in their nation,
Because remember, Psalm 5 and 5 says he hates all workers of iniquity. He hates all workers of iniquity. So if there is no iniquity in the nation, right, read?
let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
That's what's going to happen. When we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, it's going to get ugly. That's right. That ain't something I'm going to show you what's going to happen. It's going to get ugly. We come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, start loving one another and doing right by one another and supporting brothers, right? If we start doing that and our sisters get in order and our sisters come in, sisters get in order, this place is done. It's going to happen so fast, it's going to make your head spin. Right? Our sisters clean up, stop dressing like harlots, and start stints and have like chairs out here. Listen, madness. Sister madness.
It's like you just said, though.
Now, if that get corrected, this place done, 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 done.
That's right.
Case is done. Read that book again.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the king.
What we gonna do?
Shall take the king.
What we gonna do?
Shall take the king.
We gonna take it.
Right.
Right, read.
And possess the kingdom.
And have it. Right?
Forever.
Forever.
Even forever.
Even forever.
And ever.
That's 3 times. Come on, right back. Forever, even forever, and ever.
That's right.
That's a forever sandwich right there.
That word without it.
That's that word without
Word
end.
of peace.
We gonna take it. We gonna take it. All praise to the Most High. Wind down.
All praise God.
I got through 16. So brother, come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. know what I mean? This is
It's
your
really
heritage.
benefiting me because usually I be like, when I do my life, at the Israelites and like Chinatown and stuff, it's like, I kind of felt nervous just talking and everything and stuff because, you don't know anybody and everything and stuff, but here I'm like, I'm all open and everything and all this stuff, I'm all comfortable and stuff, I got knowledge.
Yeah, brother.
I just didn't feel that way when I was up there listening to him. I just didn't feel like a stranger.
They're good brothers.
I'm just
Those are
saying
good
how I
brothers.
feel.
Yeah. They're good brothers. They're good. Those are good brothers out there, man. I don't know why you felt that way. Those brothers, they'll speak to anybody. They love it. They love
I
their
was
nation.
observant, but I just didn't feel like a stranger.
Yeah, they love their nation. But all praises to the Most High, man. The Most High sent you here.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I felt comfortable. I got it. And I want to come again.
We're gonna close this one.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 16.
Huh?
Then they that fear the Lord.
Hold on, sir. You got questions, brother?
No, listen, you want me to listen?
No. We don't do religion. We don't do religion.
No, I said listen. Yeah.
Okay. No.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 16.
No.
Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another,
That's right.
and the Lord hearkened and heard it, and the book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord,
Them that feared the Lord, right, read?
and that thought upon his name,
That thought upon his name, right, read?
and they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts. In that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him.
All praises.
Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth Yahweh and him that serveth him not.
My name is Benat Tazak.
Brother Mike,
We are HOI, UCPMV. All praise to the Most High. We are HOI to the chariots fly. HOI to we be the men of sky. If it be the will of Yahweh, while Yahweh shine.
Yahweh.
Relax. Y'all right here, brother. Y'all right here.
Yahweh.
SLT.
God.